Gaming today is big business, and whether kids are gaming online or on their consoles, there are games out there that are to be bought. There are thousands that are free, all downloadable onto devices, and it's increasingly becoming more mobile these days. Now, Telkom brings us creative parenting expert and also co-author of this book, Tech Savvy Parenting. Her name, of course, Nikki Bush, and always great to have you here with us.
Thank you, Kat.
Let's try and, demystify and unpack this whole gaming thing. In terms of genres that are available out there, what are kids playing?
It's a little tricky because unlike going into a toy store, which is sort of quite defined, we have new releases, latest releases, bestsellers. That tells a parent absolutely nothing.
True.
So the main genres, groups of games that children are playing with, there's obviously the educational aspect. We're talking things like mathletics, teaching skills, reinforcing what's being learned in the classroom.
Yes.
And then we have fast action games, and I know you were telling me about FIFA and Gran Turismo.
Kind of games I play, yeah.
Not too complex, lots of repetition, lots of fast moving things. And then we've got things like strategic creative games. So we're talking things like Minecraft, things like Sims, where we're building families. And then we've got fighting, war, crime games, things like Grand Theft Auto, where there's loads of destruction. So there really are a wide variety of games available, and children need a bit of this and a bit of that, like they do in their toy box. Some puzzles, some toys, some games.
Yes.
They need a whole lot of different things.
I think a large part of the games that you named now are console-based games. What about online?
Well, we've got console-based games, we've got app games that you can download onto phones, and then we've got the online games. So really, all of them are digital games at the end of the day. The console games are still the most widely played ones. And of course, gaming is big money today.
This is true. Yeah. Parents have to spend a lot of money as much as those companies are making money. Now, in trying to help parents understand why it is that children are so attracted to their consoles and they like to spend so much time playing games, what is that attraction? What's the relationship there?
Well, there's a lot of choice. So, children can actually play with anything they like instantly. Lots of visual and auditory prompts. They don't have to think about how they're going to play. The game actually directs them on how to start, how to get into it. And it really is entertaining, educational, and when parents are busy and not very present, children default to a screen because they can go and find a companion online or on a screen.
Yeah, and those companions are indeed those that children spend a lot of time with. So parents need to be very wise in helping their children choose the right kind of games, right?
Absolutely, and we see so many children today walking into stores and even buying online without their parents' supervision. Parents need to know what their children are getting into. They need to help children make wise choices, and because it's so confusing, I like to advise parents to put a face on the game.
Okay.
So if your child brought home a child you didn't like, who was bad company, you'd make a plan. You'd try and get that child out of your child's life as soon as possible. So what you need to be doing with games is saying, if this was a person, what sort of energy do they leave my child with? What sort of emotional state do they put my child in? What's the behavior of my child's like when influenced by this person?
Yes.
What action is my child taking? Is my child becoming very aggressive after playing with this child? So we look at behavior, we look at emotion, we look at all sorts of things, and we need to make an assessment as to whether this game is good or bad for our child.
Indeed. Nikki, as always, thank you very much. We really appreciate the valuable tips and advice in helping our kids navigate this digital world. And speaking of which, if you'd like to have your internet at home set up, then you are welcome to contact Telkom, as they are ideally suited to offer you broadband and internet services to cater for your needs. You can visit their stores, call them on 10213, or you can also visit them online at www.telkom.co.za for more information.
Turn your house into a connected home for only $3.99 per month. From SA's best fixed and mobile broadband network, call 10213 or go to a Telkom shop.